Are you ready?
Yes, ready.
Over to you.
Thank you. So next. Okay, hello, happy to be here with you today. Next, so I want to start by giving a little context on what the situation was in Colombia in order to understand this case. Next, please. So during the pandemic, Iván Duque, president of Colombia, and Bruce McMaster, president of the National Industries Association, had a challenge. Next. And the challenge was to protect the country's economy. Next, please. So they wanted to understand and above all to compare the different scenarios during the pandemic in order to make better decisions. Scenarios such as the closure of the productive sectors, quarantines, the closure of national and international borders, among many others. Next. So through advanced analytics, we built an epidemiological and economic simulator. Next. This simulator was composed of three parts: a SEER simulator, which is the gold standard for contagion simulations, an agent simulator, and an economic simulator. So we ran many scenarios, and the result, next, please. Well, the results were not encouraging. Next. So we came to the conclusion that the only way to protect the country's economy was to change the behavior of the Colombian people towards the pandemic. So the question was how? Next, please. So we took Albert Bandura's social learning theory as a starting point. This theory states that to change the behavior of a group, you first have to educate them on the need to do it, and then you have to teach them how to do it. And finally, you have to show this as a new social norm. Next, please. So in the following video, you will see how we brought this theory to life using data and some tools that you may know, and how it helped us not only to protect our economy, but also save lives. So let's take a look.
COVID-19, we've all experienced it. Constant updates, news, statistics, heat maps, plus brands and governments helping with more news and statistics. All of them with one thing in common, each one giving their own message, their own view of the problem, turning what's important into noise. So we decided to do something one of a kind. We put together a creative advanced analytics hub. A hub being able to identify people's negative patterns of behavior towards the pandemic in order to transform them into hyper-localized geocommunication and thus modify them where and when they happened. For example, on June 23rd, the real problem in Colombia was not the incorrect use of face masks, it was the clandestine parties, something invisible to everyone. Applying computer vision to social media, we identified areas of the country where this was happening and delivered targeted communication focused on self-care and behavior change to reduce contagion. But this hub fulfilled a larger objective. For the first time in the history of advertising, 877 brands set aside their commercial rivalries and focused all their advertising efforts on a single and unified message. With advanced analytics, negative behavioral trends were identified, geolocated, and the brand's 877 marketing departments received an alert for accessing a website custom designed for them, where they could download different communication ads designed for the actual trending moment and advertise them on the media touchpoints they had available. In this way, the whole country began to speak one single language and communicating what was really important in real time. In an historical act in advertising, 877 brands, the national and local governments, joined budgets in record time to modify Colombians' behavior. Did it work? Is it communication? Yes, but smarter, Accenture Interactive.
Okay, next. Next slide, please. Okay. No, the one before. Thank you. Okay, so this was how we were able to change the behavior of Colombians in record time. And as a result, the country's economy was not affected at the initial levels that the simulators indicated. We also started to have information flows from different sites, such as hospitals, testing centers, government, and industries. And with this information, the simulators became more and more accurate, to the point that thanks to the change in behavior, we were able to understand where to distribute vaccines and ventilators that at the time we didn't have much. Next, please. Finally, The Economist has written many articles about the success that Colombia has had with these strategies, including this one. Next. So yes, this is changing behavior for good. This is a plug and play solution that we have designed. And we hope a pandemic like this doesn't happen again. But if it does, we're open to share this solution with you and of course with the rest of the world. Next. Thanks. I hope you enjoy it. And this is Accenture Song. Thank you. Have a lovely evening.